Oh, look at his movement speed slow. That's crazy, bro. These dudes is going in slow motion. How long are they in slow motion for? Oh my god, bro. That right there is pretty legendary. Wow. Okay, my zoom isn't even working on the Sectum, but it's working on this. How come I can't zoom with the Sectum? This is buggy, man. This is buggy right now. Like, okay, so this is what's happening to me. And this is the PTS, so if you're watching this devs, then you need to take heed of this because what's happening is right. It's saying that marks enemies while zoomed, right? But it's marking enemies when I'm not zoomed. Electronic device detected. Like, watch this. Marking the enemy while I'm zoomed. Mark, boom. When I kill him, nobody's movement speed is decreasing. And nobody's catching on fire. And I can't zoom. Because I just tried to zoom with this weapon. It won't let me, but then when I zoom here, it'll zoom. So, I think it's kind of buggy, man. I can't zoom with this. Yeah, this is weird. Nothing is happening, man. No, it doesn't say all marked targets. It says all other targets. So they don't have to be marked to catch fire. Well, let me see just in case, because the terminology might be off. Okay, okay. So that's how it works. I was confused, right? So this thing is from the terminology to what it does. This thing is bugged, right? Because look, it says tags enemies when in scope. You can tag them a maximum of 10. First of all, you don't have to be in scope because scope means you zoom in. And if the agent kills any marked target with a headshot, all other targets will have a 50% reduction of movement speed and receive burn for 10 seconds. It doesn't say all other targets that are marked will receive that. So the terminology is all off on here. Specify that you got to mark the enemies first before you get the first headshot kill, and then the other ones will catch on fire. So this means that this is a highly preparatory weapon. You can't do this in intense combat. You have to really like prepare for this before it starts. Otherwise, it's not going to work. But what is cool that when you do prepare for this, let's say you start off and you mark all the targets before the fight starts, right? You get that first kill, and then the next targets are going to be easier to mark because they're going to be moving like really slow. Let's try this out in mission real quick. Let's try Lincoln Memorial. Let's just prep it real quick. Let's prep it. And that's how it works. So I was confused. But you guys just have to fix the terminology. Hey, that's the problem, man. Yeah, you caught on fire. Oh. Nah, I don't like that, bro. That's too much, man. Like, what? We're in intense combat, bro. Like, you can't be sitting here marking people. And then, nah, you can't do that, man. Because you have to mark the other enemy. That's pretty whack. You should just make it, you should make it required to only have to mark one enemy. And anybody, put like a vicinity thing on it. Like anybody within the vicinity of this target, such and such meters catches fire and movement speed is slowed down. That'll be perfect. And then then it'll be easier for you to mark that next target because they're moving really slow, and then you'll be able to apply that again. See, look at that. That's too much. So when you're playing multiplayer, you're gonna be like, oh wait, I'm marking enemies, I'm marking targets. Don't shoot yet. Nah, it's not gonna work for me, baby. Nah. You know, the Sactum, using that, the idea of using that makes it special because of the talent, but talent ain't right. Okay, we got some rogue agents here. See, I'm about to prove to you that this is very difficult to This is gonna be very difficult to use against stuff like this. Like when you try and do this against enemies that hit hard. Like, come on, man! I didn't even mark the guy. They're jumping out of my blind grenade. All right, you blinded. 2 seconds at least. 2 seconds. There we go. Okay, you're marked. And it has to stay on them. You can't deviate for a second. The mark has to stay on them. Okay. This is so that right there is showing you that it takes a lot. It takes a lot to just target them. They got these really strong skills. Okay. I see you over there, buddy. Get up out of here. All right, I don't got no more. Wow. I don't have no armor kits. That striker drone is gonna be the death of me. Come on, bro. Really? Hey, you on fire over there. You're on fire, but it's over with already. Yeah, bro, this ain't really, nah. This isn't really a viable solution against enemies like this that hit really hard. About to run out of ammo. All right. The Sacrum Imperium. You're gonna have to change that up. As I said, the terminology is all off. So it says when scoped and the target is killed, then all targets receive a 50% movement reduction. That doesn't work because all the targets have to be marked. So basically, you're not. The terminology is all off, and this is not gonna work when you're playing in combat. And this is the thing, man. When you test stuff out, or when you theory craft things, I don't know if you developers are gamers or if you devs try things out in real time, but on paper this sounds good. But when you actually play with this thing, if you haven't been playing the Division 2, if you don't know how easy it is for you to get downed, and the fact that you have to use these armor kits, which take 2 seconds or 3 seconds to refill your armor bar, all while people can burn you down in 2 seconds, and in PvP, and as you saw, these rogue agents, when you ADS, you don't have time to be aiming at them for 2 seconds for them to get marked. They're just gonna kill you. And before every fight, you don't want to sit there and be like, okay, yep, I'm marking this enemy, I'm marking this enemy, I'm marking that enemy, I'm marking. All right, let's go. And then you got to do the same thing mid-combat when you don't have time to do stuff like that. In this game, it's a cover-based shooter, right? You don't have time to do that. You can't do that because you're gonna get burnt down, especially in Legendary. You think this is gonna work in Legendary? It's not gonna work in Legendary at all. So I suggest that you only make the Sacrum Imperium to where you can mark one. You have to mark one enemy, and whoever's in the vicinity of that enemy that you kill gets the burn effect. And that's gonna make it easier for you to reproc the talent on anybody else because they're moving slower and they're on fire. But other than that, this isn't gonna work. On paper it sounds okay, but when you're actually playing the game, it's not gonna work. And oh yeah, I almost forgot to tell you, if you didn't know already, my game that I'm developing, Identity Rebels, is now on Steam. You could go to my Steam store page, linked in the description. If you click the links on the screen right now, you can go straight over to my page and play test my game. There's a playable beta right now, and it'll give you instant access once you go and click the link. But that's my 2 cents. I don't have anything else to say about it in this video. Let me know what you think in the comments, as I said before, and I'll catch you in the next one. Be right out.